As was pointed out a few minutes ago, we're at about the 20-year mark for the Americans with Disability Act. As governor, and a lot of people who submitted questions are very concerned about this issue. As governor, what will you do to increase compliance with ADA and other requirements regarding accessibility?
I would make sure at every level of my administration, not just working with law enforcement, but at every level of my administration, in every part that we oversee, that the ADA requirements are something that need to be enforced and need to be improved. You may have heard, some of you may have heard, and you may have seen some of the commercial advertisements disparaging me in the last couple of months. One of those talks about money that we spend in the state lottery. Ostensibly to fix our lobby, much of the money we spend on ADA requirements to bring them up to speed. You may or may not know that Darrell Williams, who just recently passed away, and was paralyzed by gunshots back in the late 70s, worked for me at the state lottery. Unfortunately passed away, but that did not lessen our commitment to what we needed to do at our state lottery building to make sure that we have opportunities for people, not just to work there, but for people who come through the doors every day. That goes forward also to school buildings, which is another part of my oversight. We oversee the school building authority, and many schools that were built prior to ADA requirements need to be updated and upgraded, not just for educational opportunities, but for disability requirements. And that is something that we have embraced, we have not run from, and that is something that we have been able to work with local communities on. Because we know often that the local communities are not able to spend the money that they need to spend the money on. And we also know at the local level there are competing interests between the able-bodied and the disabled. Everybody wants what's right and what's best for their child. We've taken a holistic approach and made sure that ADA requirements are part of every new school that we build, and more importantly, as part of every renovation project. And at times, we have to take a more expensive option, even though we've done everything we can to lower the cost of building schools, to build new schools when it's impossible to bring updates into ADA requirement for current buildings. I believe that we have to provide public educational opportunities for all of our citizens. And one way to do that is to make sure that our buildings are up to standards and exceed standards. We've done that with schools, and if I have the opportunity to serve as governor, we will take that kind of approach on every type of operation, every building that we have, to make sure that we do create equal access and opportunities for everyone.
Very specific question.